Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV, and I'm joined by the main man himself, Bernard Janine, the B in the bang, the D in the dong. Bernard Janine from the Citizen Channel. You all right, mate? You doing well?
Yeah, great to be on. I'm looking forward to this one today. Only a short one, but very interesting if you and me agree on this one today. I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, today. Look, we saw KDB's come back from injury. Haaland should be coming back soon. Hopefully, Akajni and Johnny Stones will be fit by the end of the month. Fingers crossed. And we might have a full complement of players. So the big question is, we've already thought, well, KDB's back. How does he fit into a starting 11? Then Haaland's coming back. How does he fit in? Johnny Stones. Akajni, you know. So today we're going to look at the definitive best starting 11 for Manchester City. Okay? It's not going to be easy. There'll be some easy positions, and I think we can get them over very quickly. But we'll start off. Ederson. Any competition to him, really? Well, it depends. If he's injured as well. He's got a hole in his leg, hasn't he? Like
yeah.
He got stood in it.
We've got a very capable number 2, but yes, Ederson's number 31 and number 1, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to start with the right back.
Why?
I want to leave that in the air. I'm going to start with left back. Well, give us your 4 defenders, finishing with the right back.
See, I come up with 10 players who must start.
Woo!
What we said now, the trouble is obviously position-wise, I'm left a little bit iffy in a couple of positions because obviously there's a couple of guys who perhaps are classed as midfielders, but when we want a defensive midfielder or a more defensive player. Yeah. So I've got 10 names. So I've been looking at them and trying to work out how you sort of shoehorn them together with another guy because obviously some people are missing out, aren't they? So if you're talking, let's say centre-backs. Let's say centre-backs.
Easy choice.
Yeah. So easy choice. Well, I don't think so particularly because at the moment, if you said pure centre-back, of course, we and you are going to agree with Diaz has got to be there, surely. But Akanji is a funny one for me as a centre-back. But Stones, does he come in as a centre-back? I mean, it's where Pep's played him as well.
I mean, with the issue with, it's a difficult issue where what does Pep do with the fullbacks? That's the issue. But for me, if I'm picking 2 centre-backs, Diaz and Stones.
Yeah. I mean, Akanji would have to miss out. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I agree. Diaz and Stones. Stones is quality. He's the best. He's the best of the best. Left back then. How about left back?
Well, we've only got one, haven't we, mate? I think we're both agreed on this one. Old Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan Ake. All day long, he's shown it. Pep's not going to agree with us. Pep, you better listen to us at some point. If you will listen to us, Pep, you'll win the treble. I guarantee it. No, there you go.
Another treble.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll win another treble if you listen to us. You don't listen to us, it's on your own head. Okay, you can't say
no Gvardiol in our best 11. Are we agreed on that?
Absolutely. He's not played at centre back to be considered for centre back. He's been playing pretty much at left back, and he's not been doing the business.
He might well be in a year. Next year, he might well be in it. But at this point in time, we can only go off what we know.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the one. Here's the one.
Here's the rub.
Right back. What you doing? I'm keen as
I think we'll agree on this actually as well. I'm chatting to you over the last few days and weeks. I think we're going to both go to old Rico, aren't we?
Yeah, I think I mean, the other options, I mean, because Pep's played Akanji there, he's played John Stones there and moved them into midfield. Akanji doesn't work for me. Gvardiol wouldn't do that. Rico Lewis and Stones are the only ones who can play right back and move into midfield. Now, the only way you can, like you say, you can shoehorn Akanji in by playing him at centre back with Diaz and have John Stones as your right back moving into midfield. That I will accept. Or Rico Lewis at right back moving into midfield. If Pep wants that, extra body, you can't be using Kyle Walker as that extra body. He's got the pace, but he can't, apart from that, even the cross for Bernardo's wonderful goal against Newcastle was behind him. He can't cross for Toffee. He can't dribble. He can't really do much apart from use his pace. And then he forgets to come back. properly. So
the thing is, though, Lewis has not really been tested. Of course, in this new midfield position, Pet's been using him in. Defensively, we know he's not fantastic, and he's over recent games because Walker's been his mainstay at right back. Lewis's defensive abilities aren't being tested. I mean, on the basis of what I've seen, I thought Walker, even for all his faults, defensively can be better than Lewis. That worries me. But as I say, I can't see any other. But I would just slightly prefer Lewis. But I do have questions about whether it'll work or not.
I don't worry about it, and I'll tell you why that is. If you've got Lewis moving into midfield and your back three are Ake, Diaz, and Stones, just push Stones out. So what you then happens if somebody's coming down the our right and Lewis isn't there, Stones goes out, Rodri drops back quite comfortably into the centre back role if he needs to, and Lewis isn't required. If Lewis is there, fantastic. But that's how I'd do it if we're playing three at the back. So Lewis will be tested. You know, he's going to have to bulk up a little bit. He's going to have to learn something. But he's what, 19 years old. You know,
he's still growing as well. Don't forget, he's still got. You know, he can from 19 to about 21. I think I grew about 3 or 4 inches. I just grew, you know, tremendously. I was eating well then. I wasn't eating well as a kid. So, you know, when I started work and earning money, I could buy food. So
I didn't grow. But he might grow or he might not. But he's only 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". So even if he does grow a bit, he might be 5'9" or something. So
you might get to 5'10". Pinch.
But I think a few things will happen. He'll get faster. That's going to help him pace. He'll get stronger, physically stronger. He'll get stronger anyway, but I think he'll also bulk up. I think he'll put on, you know, in the next couple of years, he can easily put on 4, 5, 6 kilos of muscle. So he's going to get faster. He's going to get stronger. He'll bounce people around, I think, because of the environment he's in, and they'll want him to do that. So it'll take him a couple of years to get to where I think he needs to be physically. And you just have to accept where he is at the moment, because if you don't play him, he'll not develop. We saw with Cole Palmer. Look, you know, a fair few City fans said we could do with Cole Palmer right now. Yeah, so what he's doing at Chelsea. You let people go somewhere else and they develop somewhere else, you miss out. So I think Rico Lewis needs to be playing a little bit more as well, because you don't want that Cole Palmer situation where a kid who's been here for whatever 12 years at City ends up leaving and doing so well for somebody else. Where you want Rico here. So I'll go along with Rico Lewis. I think the next position I'll suggest is Rodri. I think that's
not Phillips.
Nah, not this one. Phillips might be your number, that 11th man. 11th man. But I'm going to go for Rodri. So now this is where it gets interesting. We've got 5 spots left. And we've got, I think, 7 players fighting for those 5 spots. So I'm going to let you give me your 5 attackers, mate.
See, this is where the problem comes in with my 11, because I mean, we've got Stones, who can obviously add a bit of steel in the middle in theory, but it's not really what he does as such. So I just think my next players, 5 players, just lack that little bit of, say, something Kovacic may bring eventually, although he's not sort of bringing it at this point in time. But at this moment, I can't include Kovacic in my next 5 players. I've got to. I mean, they're so obvious, the next 5, that Kovacic and Nunes won't come into it. Simple as that. Because obviously you've got to go with your KDB, you've got to go with Bernardo, and you've got to go with Foden. All 3 of them have got to be in our starting 11 in one position or other. But we do lack a little bit of steel for me. A little bit of bite. That's the worry. But I don't know. As I say, I'm not going to put Kovacic in above any of those 3.
Can't do it. Haaland.
And then you got your forward. Well, I've only got forward 2. Obviously, those 3 can mix and match up top anyway. Foden, Bernardo, and KDB anyway. But of course, I can't put Bob in. It's far too early for Bob. That's nowhere near. You can't put Grealish in.
Nope.
Sorry. And, of course, the guy who's going to drop out, who's been playing quite regular this season at this point in time, Alvarez has got to stand aside as well.
when you say regularly, he started every league game.
Yeah. But he can't. If everyone's fit, you've got to have Doku playing. He's the only real big creative, taking people on option we've got. Grealish just can't do what Doku can do. But again, it's early days with Doku. We're not, we've seen it. He's been wonderful, but he's hardly played. How many games has he played? He's not played that many. He could get found out. But at this point in time, he's got to be the guy we go to in attack.
You've got to go to Doku.
Sorry?
You got to go to Doku.
Yeah, that's it. Then, of course, as you said, Haaland's got to be there. So that leaves no room for your Alvarez. He just can't get into that starting 11.
I think when I look at it, it's a toss-up between Doku and Alvarez. Pep will probably go with Alvarez or drop Foden. Who knows? At the moment, I don't think you can't drop Bernardo. You can't drop Foden. You can't drop obviously KDB. How are you going to? You've mentioned the names. Where are they going to play?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, I would prefer Bernardo on the wing, and then you've got your number 8 and number 10 with KDB and Foden. Simple as that. But of course, Bernardo on one wing, Doku or Alvarez on the other, and Haaland in the middle.
Yeah, I totally agree. I want, it's time Foden steps up. He's been stepping up, but he has to continue. He can take on that, however role, whether you want to pigeonhole him, but say whether it's the David Silva role or the Gundogan role or whatever. But he's going to play, for me, the left of the two attacking midfielders. And on the right, obviously, is going to be KDB. For me, on the right, I've got Bernardo Silva. On the left, I've got Doku up top. Haaland, and if he's not doing the business, Alvarez.
But we seem to be missing a bit of an enforcer though in that 11. Are you happy with that? I mean, Rodri in theory. I mean, if you talk to someone like Fernandinho, who used to obviously know how to foul and how to win get the dark side, we don't really have it. I mean, Rodri's not the same, is he? He's more. No. He's not that sort of style of player.
I think you have to accept that we're going to be more of a cultured side rather than have that bit of brutishness about you. Fernandinho brought. Fernandinho wasn't a brute. He could stick his boot in if he wanted to, but he was more a silent, smiling assassin. Who, me, ref? Did a foul? No. There's no one there that you think, wow. We saw. Well, Diaz can do it. We saw him against Anthony Gordon, just knocks him off the pitch, and you'd have to rely on that. In the past, we've had Nigel de Jong, we've had, as you say, Fernandinho. Rodri has to step up a bit, add a little bit more to his skill set. He's not big enough as it is, his skill set. I think you just have to accept that we may not be as physical as we were before, but we've done it before with small players, with Nasri and Silva and whatever, and we'll have to do it again. We've got that imposing centre.
They do have an edge to him. I mean, Bernardo's got a bit of an edge to him. Foden's, they do have a little dark side, don't they, to him? Perhaps Doku's not shown any real dark side at the moment. He could do with showing a little bit of elbow or whatever.
But you've got Haaland. He's an imposing figure. You got KDB, who's got drive and he'll stick his boot in. And I think John Stones.
I don't think there's any SHIT bags in them, is there? They're all grafters willing to put it in. There's no one going to, I think, all right, Doku perhaps a little bit of a question mark, but who's going to pull out of things? There's no one who's going to shy away, hopefully, when the going gets tough. We've got no Nasris in the team, have we, and stuff like that. Sorry, Mike. We've got no players of that ilk who are not going to quite. Mahrez, again, sort of bottle it occasionally, despite how good they are.
Yeah. Okay, there you go, guys. That's our 11. I think we kind of agree. Edison in goal. Right back, we're going to have Rico Lewis. We're going to have Johnny Stones and Ruben Diaz. Left back, we want Nathan Ake. As our holding midfielder, we want Rodri. And we'll have Foden and KDB in front of Rodri. And up top, we will have Doku, Haaland, and Bernardo Silva. Mate, is that team good?
Do you ever see that team playing between now and the end of the season?
No. But, hey, as I said, if Pep listens to us, we'll win the league. We'll win the FA Cup. We'll win the Champions League this season. But I guarantee Pep won't listen to us. So if we don't do it, you know whose fault it is.
It's his fault. Yeah,
it is. It is his fault indeed. But last thing, Bernard, is that team good enough to win the league?
Oh yeah, all day long, all day long, mate.
Well done, mate.
No problem whatsoever. Even perhaps switch a couple about, we'll still win the league.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. I just want.
You know me. I don't know what's that up with me. I used to be glass half full, and now I'm getting all positive in my old age.
Glassy-eyed now, and you're positive in your old age, mate. You've gone away from being a miserable old git. I was hoping that we would be the miserable old gits as we got older, but no, you've got this positive glow to you now. City are going to win the league. Bernard has said it here. You heard it here first. Guys, thanks for joining us and looking at our best 11.
Current best 11.
Current best 11 when everybody's fully
Come back in 12 months. Gvardiol might be the first name on the team sheet. Kovacic might be the first name on the team sheet.
I guarantee that's not going to be the case, guys. But anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. And keep it here. And if you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. Give us a thumbs up and give us a subscribe. See you around, Blues.